Welcome to this week's 5 Minutes of Revelation, and this is the revelation that God wants me to share with you today. It says God cannot help you steer your life as long as you're standing still. Get moving and then listen for direction. God gave me this in the form of this image that I just showed you, but there's so much truth and there's so much revelation in it that He told me that this is exactly what this week's podcast should be about. It should be about encouraging you to get moving, to start moving in a direction so He can steer your life. Because with your life, it's just like with a car. If you're sitting in your car, you have the park brake on, you have the handbrake pulled back, you're not going anywhere, you're not moving in any direction, then how are you able to steer? You can't steer your car in a certain direction. You can't turn your car around. You can't move in any direction with your car as long as you're standing still with the park brake on. You can't move in any direction. And it's the same in your life. As long as you're standing still and not moving anywhere, God can't steer your life. He simply can't steer your life. And that's why I want to encourage you to get moving. See, because even if you're moving the completely wrong direction, even if God wants you to turn your life completely around and wants you to go the complete opposite way, you can't turn the car 180 degrees if it's standing still. Yet, if it's moving, you can turn it around. And the same in your life. If you're heading the right way or the wrong way, it's easier for God to turn you around and to get you moving the right direction than it is for Him if you're just sitting there and think you're waiting on God. Because see, way too many people are still sitting there, are still just sitting at home thinking that they're waiting on God. Many people think, well, I did everything I need to do. Now I'm just waiting on God to move me to the right place. Now I'm just waiting for God to steer my life into the right direction, to bring the right people into my life. Now I'm just waiting on God. It's up to Him now. I've done my part. Too many Christians still think that way. Yet, God has done His part. But you haven't done yours yet. That's the reason why you're not stepping into the things of Him yet. That's why you don't see the blessings in your life like you should. Simply because He has done His part. He's supplied you. He's provided you. He's made everything available to you. But you haven't done your part of moving towards it. And you've just been sitting around and you haven't given God the ability to steer your life into the right direction and to tell you which direction to go. You haven't done that. And that's why today I'm encouraging you to get moving. See, because if you're sitting there now thinking, well, what should I do? Then I want to also tell you that God has given something to you already. You have this certain direction on your heart. You know that there's something you can do right now already that gets you one step closer to your goal. You know that there's something you can do today, right now already, that gets you closer to the blessings that you want to live in. God has put something on your heart. See, and even if you're not 100% certain if that's really the right thing, even if you can't say with 100% certainty that this is exactly what God wants you to do, even then, I want to encourage you today, if you have it on your heart, go and do it. No matter if it sounds right, no matter if it makes sense to you or not, go and do it. Because even if it's the completely wrong thing to do, now at least you're moving. Now at least you started moving. You took your car out of park. You got rid of the handbrake. Now you're moving. And now God is able to steer your life into the right direction. Now He's able to give you the directions you need so you can turn your car around or adjust the road that you're going on. Now He can work with you. Now He can show you. Now He can lead you. Now He can guide you into the place where you want to be. He can show you the right path because now you're moving and He can steer you towards His blessing. So whatever it is you have on your heart to do, you're not waiting on God. Don't sit there thinking that you're waiting on God any longer. Get up today. Get moving today. Do whatever it is that you have on your heart. And in you doing this, still keep your ears open, still keep your eyes open for God's direction. So now that when you're moving, He can steer you, He can adjust your path, He can adjust where you're going so that you get to exactly the right place, exactly the place where He wants you to be, exactly the place where you want to be, and right into His blessing and into His goodness. Whatever you think you're waiting on today, whatever you think that God is holding back from you, that it's His part to bring it into your life, realize that it's not His part. He's done it already, and He's waiting for you to start moving into, to just get moving, to just start moving. And once you're moving, listen for Him, because now He can start steering your life into the right direction. And that's what I want to share with you today. Get moving. Take this with you. Be blessed by that. Don't forget to read your chapter a day, and I'll see you again next week.